So today's review, we're going to do a full review from day 1 of October 26, 2018 until this past Monday. We're not going to do in great depth. We're going to go through it. Again, when you have a question, write it down, and so we can go over it. So I'm going to do a full review, then I'm going to give you guys a chance to do a full review, and we'll end off the day with a game of Arabic taboo. So make sure you have your, I hope you have your vocab practice, inshallah. Okay? So we're going to do a full, entire review of. Okay, listen up. You guys ready? This is not just me, it's me and you going together doing this review. Is is it actually started? I don't know if I started. Yeah. Okay, it started. Okay. Bismillah. Everyone alongside with me. In the Arabic language, we have 3 words. They are ism, fi'al, harf. Ism is something that's noun, person, place, thing, idea, adjective, and more. So we actually, when we said and more, one of the things I didn't teach you was adjective. Now we've learned that ism, adjective, comes under the category of ism, as we learned last week. Okay? Fi'al is more than a verb. It contains the action and the pronoun. Action and the pronoun. So ja'ala is not just made, it is he made. A harf is something that is not ism nor fi'al, and it does not make sense by itself. Some examples? Wabika, right? In, by, at, etc. Okay, pronoun chart, ready? Huwa, hiya, hum. Ana, anti, antum. Ana, nahnu, ahsantum. Attached pronoun chart. Hu, ha, hum. Ka, hi, kum. Ya, ni, na. Ahsantum. Okay. When I want to say my book, how would I say it? Kitabi. How would I say my messenger? Rasuli. How do I say our messenger? Rasuluna. Okay, so now you use your attached pronouns to make what we call an idafa. You are already making idafas in the second day, but I just didn't tell you you were doing it. Okay. 2 types of sentence: an ism sentence and a fi'al sentence. A fi'al sentence has 3 parts. They are the doer, detail, and fi'al, the actual action. So the fi'al, the doer, and the detail. All right. Doers end in what sound? U or un. And if I want plural, una. And if I want feminine, atun. Atun. Okay, so doer is rafa. Doer is rafa. Details end in a or an. Ina. Atin. Let's try that again. Details, which are nasab. Now we can make parallels, right? Details are nasab. They end in a or an. Plural. Ina. Feminine plural. Atin. Okay, excellent. Rules of the outside doer are 3. We look at a fi'al, and if it is sitting there by itself like ja'ala, we say it has a inside doer, which is he made. Huwa ja'ala. If I said ja'ala Allahu, we call the second word outside doer, and it met 3 rules. 1, the fi'al was either huwa or hiya form. The ism came after, and the ism ended in u, or the ism was rafa. Okay? Very good. That makes us know it's an outside doer. So instead of saying he made, now I say Allah made. Okay, past tense chart with the word ja'ala. Huwa ja'ala. Hiya ja'alat. Hum ja'alu. Anta ja'alta. Anti ja'alti. Antum ja'altum. Ana ja'alna. Nahnu ja'alna. Ahsantum. Ahsantum. Istaghfara, he sought forgiveness. Huwa, istaghfara, hiya, istaghfarat, hum, anta, istaghfarta, anti, antum, ana. What did Ana do? Istaghfartu, nahnu. That was a train wreck. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna have to do that again, and we're gonna use istaghfara. Ready? Huwa, istaghfara. Hiya, hum, anta, anti, antum, ana, nahnu. Excellent. Except it's not astaghfara, it's istaghfara. Just letting you guys know. We won't have to do it again. Okay, E harfs, or what we call harf jar. What is the list? Excellent. It makes the next ism into an E, into jar. Jar is now no longer just making it into an E. It could make a Muslim into Muslimina. It could make Muslimatun into Muslimatin. So it makes anything jar. Okay, very good. Present tense chart. Let's do yu'allimu, which means he teaches. He teaches. Do you need a chair? Okay. Huwa yu'allimu. Hiya tu'allimu. Hum anta anti antum ana u'allimu ana u'allimu nahnu nu'allimu. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. I'm saying it because Maha's looking back there. He's like, no, can't keep on going till you guys get it right. Okay, ready? Yu'allimu, ready? Huwa yu'allimu, hiya tu'allimu, hum yu'allimuna, anta tu'allimu, anti tu'allimina, antum tu'allimuna, ana tu'allimu, nahnu nu'allimu. Okay, ahsantum. Light harfs, which in the fi'al realm make the next fi'al into light. Okay? They are an, lan, likay, hatta. Again? An, lan, likay, hatta. Alright. When these harfs come, they make the next fi'al light. What does it mean to make a fi'al light? It removes if it's got a noon, you remove the noon. And if it's got a change it to excellent. Remember, you want to remove the Nutella. So you either remove the noon, the entire noon Nutella, or if it's got a sound from the Nutella, you make it a. Okay? So yu'allimu, to make it light, I would make it yu'allima. Yu'allimuna, to make it light. Okay, excellent. Lightest harfs. These harfs come and make the next fi'al into lightest form. Oops, I'm getting Facebook. No. Good. What is the lightest harf list? They are in, lam, wal, fali. Again? In, lam, wal, fali. And don't worry, we're going to practice the vocab at the end of class. So if you're good, she didn't ask the vocab, we'll ask it soon. Okay? How do I make a fi'al lightest? If it has a dhamma, it becomes a sukun. If it had a noon, it removes the sukun. So make yu'allimu lightest. Make yu'allimuna lightest. Okay, excellent. And we learned lightest harf so that we could get to the next fun thing, which you all love, commanding and forbidding. Okay? So forbidding is simple. Okay, I want to forbid someone. Do I forbid myself? No. Do I forbid him? No. I forbid only you, second person. You and y'all. Okay, so I have to start with the second person present tense because I don't command or forbid in the past. We don't say you didn't, you, I can't do it. It wouldn't make sense. Okay, so you only command and forbid in the present tense, second person. Let's get an example, tu'allimu, which means you teach, right? So I want to say don't teach. So let's do it. We make tu'allimu, the first rule is make it lightest. So tu'allimu becomes tu'allim. Now I do what? I just add a la. So what is the sentence? Which means don't teach. Don't teach. Excellent. Let's go to don't create. Say again. Very good. La takhluq. La takhluq. Someone said la taj'al. That would be don't make. And we said don't create. They're similar. Yes. What if I wanted to say to a whole bunch of people, y'all do not be sad? A whole bunch, all of y'all don't be sad. Okay, very good. La tahzanu. It was originally tahzanuna, and I took away the noon. La tahzanu. All of y'all don't be sad. We will take the vocab at the end. You will be happy. Okay, commanding. A couple more rules, or maybe just one or two more rules. So, first thing I want to do is make sure I'm in second person present tense. So let's take tu'allimu. You teach. I want to say to someone, teach. Okay? Tu'allimu, I change it to lightest, becomes tu'allim. Then I'm going to remove the ta. So take away the ta, what do you get? Allim. Is that good or is it not good?
It is good.
Is it finished?
No. It is finished.
Okay, so this is the test you want to do. After I take away the tu into allim, I'm left with allim. Did the word ayn, that ayn word, did it begin with a sukoon or a regular haraka?
It has haraka.
Allim. To allim, it had a fatha, it had a zabr. Okay, so that was okay. We're okay with that. Allim is finished. Don't need another rule to add to it. And what does allim mean? It means teach. Now we'll go to another word and see how it might be more complex. Let's say we want one to qara'a yaqra'u. Very good. Yaqra'u. So taqra'u, you read. I want to say read. Okay? So taqra'u, make it lightest. Taqra. Take away the ta. Qara. The first letter starts with what? Sukoon. So do I need another step?
Yes.
And that last step is to add a helper alif to the beginning. What haraka do I put on the helper alif? Either e or u. Now we look at the word taqra'u. Taqra. The third letter is ra. It has a line, right? Either fatha or kasra. So line yields me a line, right? Iqra. If it was takhluqu, khalaqa yakhluqu, it would become ukhluq. If it was ta'alam, it becomes i'lam. So your only options are e. If the third letter is fatha or kasra, you get a kasra. So line yields a line and a loop yields a loop. So takhluq becomes ukhluq. Tansur becomes unsur. Taj'al becomes ij'al. Ta'lam becomes i'lam. Where is one that has an E in it? What did we learn that has an E in the letter? That's a U. Unsur. Ja'ala yaj'alu. Dakhala yadkhulu. I'm trying to do kharaja yakhruju. What has an E? Well, I'll just give you one. Hasiba yahsibu. Right?
Yeah.
Hasiba yahsibu. Make a command of tahsibu. Tahsib becomes Ihsib. So this was an example of a kasra on the third letter. I don't think we actually had an example in our vocabulary. So that's just an example of how you would get kasra. Line yields line. Line on the top or the bottom yields a kasra, and then a loop yields a loop. Dhamma gives a dhamma. Okay, this is probably the thing that you guys dislike the most, so we went in a little bit more detail. Next, we've taken fi'al aside, we're on the ism. Ready? The three roles of an ism is rafa, nasab, jar. These are already done because we talked about it in fi'al, but we'll go over it. Rafa is the doer of the sentence. It sounds like una, atun. Nasab is the detail. It sounds like ina, atin. Jar is 2 points, either after an ihaf or as the mudaf ilay in an idafa. Okay? That was a little bit longer thing to say, and we know what that means now, but it's good we didn't take that on the first day, right? It's the mudaf ilay in an idafa, and you don't know what any of that means. So it is either after an ihaf or as the mudaf ilay in an idafa. Jar sounds like ina, atin. Okay. We always said that when you're looking at a word, do we look at the combination first, or do we look for a sound first? Do we look at a una first or a un?
Sound. Combination.
You want to look for a combination first to just rule out whether or not it's a combination. For example, we see the word banuna. We want to look for the una and not necessarily the na, because una tells us it's rafa, and just a na would confuse me to think it's nasab. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? You want to look at the combo first, and we saw that in some examples where we just looked at the last letter, made us assume certain things. Okay. As for lightness in ism, it is simply the removing of what sound? The n sound. Oh, light. Okay. Change your thought process. We're in light. Nutella. We want to remove Nutella from our lives. So what do we do? If it's an ism like muslimun, how do I make it light? Muslimu. If it's muslimuna, what do I do? Muslimu. So either I remove the noon altogether, or I remove one part of the tanween. So if it's got double dhamma, I take one away. If it's got double fatha, I take one away. Okay? Flexibility. Okay, ready. We've got 3 types of flexibility. There is fully flexible. Okay, we can show rafa, nasab, and jar. That is muslimun, musliman, muslimin. Then I've got part of non-flexible, which means I cannot change at all. My rafa, nasab, and jar all look the same. Like the word Musa. It is Musa, Musa, Musa. Some indications of non-flexible are that alif maksura at the end on some names like Musa, Isa, Zakaria as well. We also said all of our pronouns. Huwa is huwa, huwa, huwa. Hiya, hiya, hiya. They don't change. We said our connector isms like ma, man, alladhi. We said pointing words, hada, hadihi, tilka. So those do not change. They look the same in rafa, in nasab, and in jar. And then, was there other things of non-flexibility? No. Okay, so then we'll go to partly flexible. Okay, partly flexible words, they can show their rafa and they can show their nasab, but what do they look like in jar? They look like nasab. And they are always light. So you don't ever see Ibrahimun, you'll always see Ibrahimu, Ibrahima, and in jar, Ibrahima. 3 indications of partly flexible is number 1, non-Arab names, almost all of the Prophet's names. Number 2, female, names of any female, so it'll be Maryamu, Maryama, Maryama. Same with Fatimatu, Fatimata, Fatimata. Whether they're Arab or not Arab names, they will follow the partly flexible rules. And then proper names of places, cities, countries, states, etc. So Makkah to Makkah ta, Makkah ta. The only exception were words that have 3
Three-letter word.
Yes, 3-letter words. This is an exception that we said they become fully flexible. So Nuhun is actually fully flexible, even though he's not a prophet from the Arab area. Okay, so it would be Nuhun, Nuhan, Nuhin, fully flexible.
And also if it's cities, if you put alif lam, al-Iraq.
Oh, very good. And if a proper name of a place like a city or a state or a country has alif lam at the front, like al-Iraq, it's fully flexible. So that trumps the partly flexible rule. So the name al-Iraq is al-Iraqu, al-Iraqa, al-Iraqi. We also have like Morocco, al-Maghribu, al-Maghriba, al-Maghribi. All others will be partly flexible. Al-Hind as well, India, al-Hindu, al-Hinda, al-Hindi. Ahsanti.
But all the names, they are always proper nouns. So
Yes, so all the names are, all proper names of places are always partly flexible, but the exception is if I gave it alif lam in the front, that says, okay, now you can be fully flexible. They're just the rules of Arabic. That we say, it's because the Arabs said it.
even like Al-Makkah or Al-Pakistan.
So the thing is, just like in English, most names don't have V in the beginning. Only a couple do. So in Arabic, you don't put V unless the Arabs put V. So Iraq, they put Al-Iraq. For Sudan, they put As-Sudan. But for Pakistan, there's no alif lam. For Makkah, there's no alif lam. For Houston, default is there's no alif lam. It just certain words ended up having alif lam. Certain names of countries, just like in English, we say the Maldives. That's just the official name. The Congo, I think. If I'm not mistaken. And Al-Madinah too, yes, that city, it has alif lam, so it's fully flexible. So the city, even though in English we say Medina, in Arabic it's actually called Al-Madinah. Al-Madinah. Okay, idafa. Simple rules of an idafa. Well, first let's get to where we are in our head. We are in fragments. So 2 words being put together, we want to know their connection. The connection of 2 isms together could be either idafa or mawsuf sifa. So in an idafa, 3 rules need to be met. The first word needs to be like, no alif lam, and the second word is ja. Okay? If those 3 rules are met, then we will call this idafa. What sprouts in between them? An av. An av comes in between them. Okay? 3 simple rules, a really awesome concept. Okay? So Rasulullahi, translated? Messenger of Allah. That of is created because the 3 rules were adhered to. Okay? How about Kitabur Rasuli? The book of the messenger. The book of the messenger. What's another common idafa?
It can be any messenger.
Yes, the book of the messenger. It could be any messenger.
So why is it the?
Kitabu ar-Rasuli. Ar-Rasuli. Kitabul Rasuli. In speech, you don't hear the alif lam. Yeah, but it is ar-Rasuli. Okay. Special mudaf list. These were a list of words which we said make the next word jar, but they're considered idafa. Like tahta, hawla, qabla, ba'da, etc. Okay, all of that list of words, which were some were similar in Urdu, I think. We said those make the next word into jar, kind of like ihaf, but they're called idafa in Arabic. If you don't see the difference between the 2, that's okay. That's okay. If the difference is not clear, just say it makes the next word jar. So ba'da, do you guys remember what ba'da means? After. So ba'da al-kitab. So just when you see these words, special mudaf words, you make the next word ja. We took it one
We
day.
did the word, but we didn't say this is special mudaf.
Okay, this is what they're called, special mudaf. I think these are just special mudafs. Essentially, just think they make the next word.
There was anything special with that, like kullu.
So we have kullu also makes the next word into e. So all of them have the same ruling that they make the next word into e. Yes. but they're considered in the Arabic language as an idafa and not an e-harf for a much more technical, complicated reason that we don't need to get into. Okay? In Arabic, they're considered what they call zarf. It's like got its own category, zarf. A word of time and space. It indicates time and space. Anyways, they're just, they make the next word E. Yes.
So there was a shorter list, like a second list of
Yeah.
that one, it said that it can appear to be attached. Is it talking about the word itself? Or
The word itself. Yeah.
So like kullun would be
Kullan, kullin. All right. Almost done, guys. Look at that. We're almost done. And in fact, number, gender, type, we won't go over because we've done review of it twice in the last 2 weeks, okay? So number, gender, status, number, gender, type, we practiced that in great detail last week and this week. So we'll add this to our next month's review, okay? We'll start with this because this is going to be like knowledge we'll need to refresh ourselves with. I'll just end with harf nasab. What is the harf nasab list? Inna, anna, ka'anna, la'alla, layta, lakinna. That was terrible. Try it again. Inna, anna, la'alla, layta, lakinna, bi'anna, bi'anna. Okay. They all make the next ism into nasab status, okay? Then we did status, gender, number, type. You guys understand it, inshallah. We understood all of those to get us to the point of understanding an adjective. They have to match in all 4 properties. Once they match in all 4 properties, I say, these 2 words are mawsuf sifa. They are adjectives to one another. Okay, alhamdulillah. How do you guys feel? That took a long time, but we needed to do it. Do you have any questions now? As I went through this, do you have a question? If not, we can start working on a small review you guys can do between yourselves. I would say choose to review that which you feel like is most difficult for you. So I'll give each person 5 minutes to review with a partner. Choose whichever portion of this cumulative review is difficult for you to review. That's why you choose that part. I know you want to choose what's easy, but I want you to choose what's hard for you. Anybody have a question? Maria? Okay, you want a lot of people seem to be confused. Okay, let's just look at special mudaf one more time because it might have been a day where a lot of people were absent. Let's find that. Special. Here it is. Okay, I'm just refreshing your guys' memory for special mudaf. So these are a list of words that appear as a mudaf in an idafa, but they don't create the meaning of possession. I'm just going over special mudaf. They still follow all the rules of idafa. The first word will be like no alif lam. The second word will be in jar status. But essentially, for all your purposes, all you need to know is when this word comes up, it makes the next word jar. That's all.
This is not good.
Ma'as-sabiqina. Ina. Ma'as-sabiqina. So it was originally sabiruna. I made it jar, so now it's sabirina. Okay? So essentially, if you want to forget everything I said about special mudaf, all I'll say is these words make the next word jar. That's all. Again, if you don't see the difference between harf jar and these words, neither did I as a student. And I didn't know why we made the differentiation, but it is a grammatical differentiation. Essentially, just understand that all these words, they make the next word jar. They're prepositions. In the English language, they're prepositions. Okay? They make the next word jar. These were the words we did: above, amama, in front of, wara'a, far behind, ma'a, etc. I know we did this because I know
Yes,
I
we did
remember
it. So these will make other things.
the next ism jar. They make the next ism. So fawqa, if I want to say it above the book, fawqal kitabi. Good. If I want to say he led in front of the Muslims, amamal muslimina. Okay, أمام المسلمين.
Tapos لدينا.
لدينا would be how lada attaches to attached pronoun. So lada, if you want to give it an attached pronoun, it becomes ladayhi, ladayha, ladayna.
In the
So
present- in
when you
our
want to
presence.
attach it to,
So it will be in our presence.
well, if I said in the presence of Allah, lada Allahi, it does make the next word ja. It's just that attached pronouns are not flexible. Okay. Now I'll give you guys a chance. Okay, 5 minutes and 5 minutes. Find a partner and choose a portion of this cumulative review that you feel not so confident about. How can I get both on at one time? I can't really put both on at one time. So I'm just going to put the middle slide on, okay? Because this seems like the most new knowledge. So I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock. Mariam, if you can put 5 minutes on the clock, Sarah. Find a partner and do a 5-minute review on the most tough topic for you. The toughest topic for you, do a 5-minute review. And then I'm going to get the game ready.
How do each end the security? Oh, she was saying Una. What was that? Wait. And she was like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I don't. I didn't disagree with this. We're stuck with this.